Good morning, Year 3. Welcome to your maths lesson today. What we're going to be doing today is thinking about the method that we've been using the last couple of days and comparing it with a method that we've used before, a partitioning strategy to help us take away. Today we're going to be thinking about which of these methods is most efficient. So when it comes to looking, if you ever come across a maths sum, a takeaway maths sum, I want you to be able to look at it and think, what's the best way of doing this? Okay, what's the most efficient strategy I could choose to do this maths sum? Efficient means the quickest and the easiest. So we're going to explore a couple today, and then you're going to do some sorting out. You're going to have a look at some maths sums and think, oh, what's the best way of doing these? Okay, so just to recap what we were doing yesterday, 640 take away 510. We're going to work this out through finding the difference. Okay, so if we're finding the difference between two numbers, we're going to start at this number here. 510. Now, we need to get up to this number here. So we could jump forward in multiples of 10, or we could jump forward in several multiples of 10. So why don't we go from 510 all the way up to 600? How many have I jumped to get from a 510 number to the next 100? Similarly, if you know your number bonds, 1, 10, and how many tens make the next 100? 90, exactly. So we've got to 600, we still need to get to 640. So we still need to get to 640. Okay, 600 to 640, the difference between these two numbers is 40. Now all that's left to do is to add my 90 and my 40. If you know what 9 add 4 is, you know what 90 add 40 is. So 9 add 4 is 13. So 90 add 40 must be 130. Okay, I've found the difference here. I'm going to give you one now to do, to just recap that skill from the last couple of days. Okay, so pause the video here, and on your piece of paper with your pencil, have a go at this one, okay? All done? Good. Right, let's go through it. Starting at 470, remember we're finding the difference. So 470, let's jump all the way up to 500. Some of you may have chosen perhaps to jump to the next multiple of 10. You might have chosen to jump to 480, and that is okay to do smaller jumps. But I'm just showing you, perhaps more efficiently, that we can jump several tens today and just make things a bit quicker. So 470, jumping up to 500, what's the difference between these two numbers? 70 to the next 100, 30. Well done you if you're thinking that. Okay, we still need to get to 520, so jumping on to 520. 500 to 520, the difference there is 20. Now all that's left to do is to add these numbers together. 30 add 20, 3 tens add 2 tens is 5 tens. 50, okay? Give yourself a tick if you got that right. If not, perhaps go back to the beginning and re-watch my example and then have another go at this one, okay? Right, let's have a look at some others. this time 356 take away, let's do 120. Okay, now we could find the difference here. However, let's have a think about a strategy we've used in the past that might be ever so slightly quicker. Okay, if you look at this second number here, you'll notice all of the digits are quite small. Okay, they're quite small numbers, and actually they are all smaller than the matching digit from the other number. Look, we have 300s here, 100 here. That's a smaller number. We have 5 tens and 2 tens. 2 tens is smaller than 5, and 0 ones is smaller than 6 ones. So actually, a very quick way of doing this would be 300 take away 100 is 200. 500 take away 500, Miss Palmer. 5 tens take away 2 tens is 3 tens. And 6 ones take away 0 ones would be 6. 236. So if you spot that these numbers are smaller than these, you might be able to use this strategy, and this is called a partitioning strategy. Having a look at your hundreds, your tens and your ones separately, and you might be able to work it out just like that. Now, let's have a look at another one. Now, okay, this time we have 430 take away 270. Let's check to see whether we can use our partitioning strategy. 400s take away 200s. Yes, we can do that quite easily. 3 tens take away 7 tens. Oh, that isn't so easy. So for this one, we might have to go back to the strategy we've been using the last couple of days and find the difference. Starting at 270. If you pause the video and have a go at this now. Okay, are you ready? Right. 270. Let's jump up to the next hundreds barrier, the next multiple of 100. So if we're at 270, the next multiple of 100 would be 300. We've jumped 30 there. The difference between these two numbers is 30. Still need to get to 400 though. So we're jumping from 300 to 400 this time. 300 to 400, what's the difference there? 100. Well done, if you got that. And then we need to jump from 400 to 430. So 400 to 430, the difference there is 30. Now I'm just going to add these up. 30, add 100, add 30. 130, 160. Ooh. 160. Well done if you got that one. So can you see that for this one we were able to straight away partition? Just look at the hundreds and take them away to get our answer. Just look at the tens to get our answer. Just look at the ones. Whereas this one wasn't so straightforward. If I have 3 tens, I can't just take away 7 tens. It doesn't work, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I am going to give you an example. I'm going to write a question up here, and I want you to pause the video for just a moment and decide whether you're going to use the partitioning strategy or the find the difference strategy, okay? Don't worry about the answer. I just want to know which way you're going to use to work it out. So, pause the video. How are you going to work it out? Okay, don't worry about the answer. How we're going to work it out. Let's check. Can we partition into our tens and ones? Can we do 4 take away 2? 4 tens take away 2 tens? Yes, we can. Can we do 6 ones take away 3 ones? Yes, we can. So you should have chosen to partition, okay, for this one. Okay, ready for the next one? Okay, pause the video. Are you going to partition or find the difference? Okay. You should have said partition. 100, take away 100. We can do that. 9 tens, take away 0 tens. We can do that. 6 ones, take away 7 ones. Uh-oh. Nope, not partition. No, Miss Palmer, that can't do that. 6 ones take away 7 ones. No, we're going to have to find the difference here. Dropping my pen, sorry about that. Okay, 107, finding the difference. Let's jump up to the next multiple of 10, 110. Okay, that's a jump of 3. Let's jump up to 190. We've jumped up 80, and then we're jumping 6 more to get to 196, and all that's left to do is to add these parts together. Okay, very tricky one, that one. I got it wrong initially, didn't I? I thought partition, but no, when I got to the ones, I realised, I'm just going to have to find the difference. Okay, one more. Okay, 579 take away 234. How are we going to do it? We are going to partition it. Let's see, 500s take away 200s. Can we do that? Yes, we can. That would be 300s. 7 tens take away 3 tens would be 4 tens. 9 ones take away 4 ones would be 5 ones. Well done. So we can partition this one fairly easily. So your task today, year 3, is you're going to have a little table, and there will be some sums underneath. You do not need to work the answers out unless that will help you, and you need to put them in the table. You either put them under so. It will look like this. You'll see this question, a question like this, 579 take away 234. And you need to decide which is the best, most efficient way of doing this sum. Are you going to partition it? Are you going to take the hundreds and work those out? Are you going to take the tens and work those out, and so forth? Or is the best way for this sum, the most efficient strategy, is it to find the difference like we've been doing yesterday? Okay, and you need to write the sum in that box. Then you'll see another sum and it will say, oh, 50 take away 20, and you're going to think, oh, is the best way to partition or find the difference? Which way should I do this one? Okay, think carefully. It's not an easy task today, so I hope you're up for a challenge. And then you have part 2. Part 2 there are some number problems that you need to work out. Now, I do not mind whether you use partitioning or whether you use find the difference or whether you have a different method, okay? I would like you to think, what is the most efficient way of doing it, and try that way, okay? If you could use finding the difference that we've been practicing the last couple of days, and that would be fantastic, okay? And I expect everybody to have a go at part 1 and part 2. Then, if you're up for a challenge, there's a part 3 and a shoot for the stars extra challenge on the end, okay? So do have a go at that. I'd love to see as many of you as possible having a go, and I'd love to see how you do. So on the bottom of your maths, there will be the traffic light system again. So do you write your name when you're finished next to the colour that best describes how you found the activity. And yeah, I think that's everything for today. So well done, keep up the hard work, guys, and I will see you for more maths on Monday.